exactly how we're gonna start. The first 3 seconds. Put the intro up.
Now they don't know.
Now they don't know.
Let's go.
Fresh starts all the time, my guy. Fresh starts all the time.
That's what life is all about. Beginning, starting.
Huge round of applause. Huge round of applause.
Good to start.
Huge round of applause. We got a special. طيب أنا عارف. Let's go. Hey, what's happening? What's popping? It's your boy Adi. Welcome past the Kabsa, episode 58. I got the homie Shams right behind me.
Yo.
I got Turks right next to him. And today we have a special guest, the one, the only, the homie, founder, a proud English. Founding managing partner, a proud X.
Yes, sir.
And that one will this is how we're gonna do this. All right. I'm gonna have to divide this conversation.
طيب, let's go.
Because I want proud X to be talked about in one way, and I want to talk about Proud Angels in another way.
Let's go.
All right. Either way, I'm gonna tell you, I am a fan.
Thank you, Habibi.
We all are.
That's
Big
first
love.
off.
Yeah.
The
Same-
first time
same
we
here.
met was when we were at an event, and Jeet, who's sitting right behind me, and no one cares about,
Yes.
Jeet introduced us, right? But it didn't click in my mind yet. Oh, okay, he's the guy. And then the second time around, we got to actually see you in a proper matter.
Yes.
And we had a
نورتونا
good
في
conversation.
المكتب, Yes.
Yes.
Thank you guys for having me.
Man, thank you for coming. We appreciate you coming. We've been trying to have you on for a long time.
والله, bro,
I
thank you.
invited you like 3 months ago, but سلك يعني سلك. Exactly.
Honestly, bro, I just was waiting for the right time to tell me to come. I'm coming.
Habibi, this is your place anytime you want it. You're more than welcome, except Jeeds. So
Thank you for bringing him, but you know, he's not the one we wanted.
exactly. I mean, you brought your package along with you. I mean,
Well, that's the brother, bro.
I know that's the brother.
My
And,
brother.
and he's gonna be very important in the conversation in a minute. First off, how you doing, man?
I'm good, Habibi.
How you been?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're doing well, man. I don't know about these guys. Screw them. I don't care for them.
I'm good.
How's the work been you've been putting in lately?
It's good, man. Just progressing, والله صراحة. Trying to develop both businesses at the same time. It's not easy, but it's fun. Alhamdulillah, I got to have like amazing people around to help. For example, our dear amazing friends, Majid.
Amazing friend.
Yes. You know what I meant by that.
Whatever.
It's not my podcast to diss him. You guys do that. I'm just going to assist you.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We hate him. We have huge hate for G.
And yeah, my partner in the team, alhamdulillah, Proudix, yani it's coming together. Also Proud Angeles, yani we're launching a new collection برضو very soon, so I'm working on that.
We're looking forward to that.
Yes, and there's a lot coming this summer. فيعني it's too much to handle. بس alhamdulillah. You
Hey
know?
man, you say too much to handle. Let's get into this real quick. All right, let's start with Proud. All right, first off,
which Proud?
here's the thing. Everybody knows you on our podcast as Proud.
Okay.
So we don't even call you Mohammed.
Some people lock my name as Mo Proud, honestly.
More
That's
energy.
Yeah.
More
That's
energy.
supposed to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, we call you Proud.
Okay.
Because in both of them, we're also proud of you.
Thank you guys.
Because
Thank
it's
you so
really
much.
amazing what you've been doing. And let's start off this way. We had a brief conversation last time about your time in LA.
Mhm.
And I wanted to ask you, I don't think I had the time to ask you last time about how was the influence going from here to LA, and how did that influence everything that you've been going through?
Well, يعني in general, the whole idea of like leaving home and going out for my degree and growing outside my comfort zone, it was challenging. But once you started to fit in, you adapt certain things. But when I moved to Florida for like a few months, and I wasn't accepted for the scholarship that I had to move to California. So it was the choice.
Blessings in disguise.
Yes, but I decided to go to LA for like one small reason, actually a big reason for me, which is the Lakers and Kobe Bryant.
There we
And
go.
Pretty
Nice.
much.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Sport is a business. If it
Honestly,
wasn't a business,
it's
he
not a
would have not
business.
known about it.
It's the lifestyle. So I grew up.
Mhm.
It's a lifestyle.
I grew up
Lifestyle.
playing basketball. كنت ألعب في الاتحاد and I played مع المنتخب for like
Nice.
Oh,
few
That's amazing.
So that was يعني big part of my life. بس اللي ما كنت أعرف كتير في الحياة غير إنه أوكي رياضة والنادي وجلسة أصحابي نطلع البحر وزي كده. بس
Which is Jeddah.
Basically, yeah, that's Jeddah.
Which is Jeddah in a
Yes,
nutshell.
yes, that's Jeddah for you. بعدين لما رحت على LA, bro, like I didn't know nothing. I didn't know that Beverly Hills was there, Hollywood.
It's zero
Venice,
information, basically.
Nothing.
That's
Like I
amazing.
know I've seen it in the movies, but I just didn't know it was there.
That's a pleasant surprise.
It didn't click. in
yeah,
your
if
head.
I actually lived right next to the Staples Center, right? And
Ah, nice.
Oh,
was
nice.
it in Adams, I believe, and Figueroa. And now, starting from Adams and Figueroa, they're changing the street. Figueroa is going to be called Kobe Bryant Boulevard.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing.
But that's like lately after he passed away, unfortunately.
Fortunately.
But
But
you know.
you were there. You're like in the center of Lakers.
Yeah, but like
nation.
basically just that was the move. But then I started to get into my college life and figuring out my major. I actually left to study an engineer. So I went from civil engineer to industrial to architect, and then dropped out, went back home for a few months, and I went to community college. A few days before I started, I figured out that I wanted to study entrepreneurship by asking friends around and thinking about what I used to do, like what I used to like when I was young. I used to think دائما مثلا المخ الحضرة انه like ليش البقالة هذه بيجوها ناس كتير تفكر انه جنبها المسجد عندها يوتيرن. So like I read the signs, I look into things like that. فاهم؟
I love this guy even more now.
Yeah.
Break down the matrix.
So when my friends were asking me, I used to think about these things. But then قالوا لي انه what do you want to study? I said project management. And they were like, there's a new major back in 2013. That was a new major which is entrepreneurship. حتى في بعض colleges in the US when I was applying, they don't consider entrepreneurship as a major yet. They put it as obtain marketing, something like that.
Business, something in the business.
Yes, they didn't give it its own school يعني at that time.
Or its own degree, basically.
Yeah, back then يعني خلاص اللي I realized that this is what I want to do for a living when I read the description. يعني the idea of being an entrepreneur is just beautiful in many ways. From the way you live, the way you move, the way you think and plan and prepare and actually get to be diverse in many different things in business, from like legal to finance to and honestly, like I put it out there, I wasn't really good at school, but يعني when I had to launch my business, I actually had to learn because I made mistakes that costed me some things, يعني big money. Like there was one mistake I made in my life that costed me like so much in terms of like how did I do my association and partnership, because I did not really understand how to do finance, how to do the planning into this partnership. And
it's a lot of knowledge that you don't have at the beginning. Yeah,
you had to learn.
And I had to learn the hard way, to be honest.
Exactly, you had to fall so you can get up.
Alhamdulillah, I'm grateful. يعني I always look into it like عادي, you get to start from minus as a motive, then you start from zero. I don't خلاص, that's the only way I can do about it.
Nothing to lose. خلاص.
يعني ايش حسوي؟ حقعد حتحلطم واقول that's like not me. خلاص, and move on. And like with the years as you go, you realize it's just numbers. And soon enough,
it's a puzzle.
Yeah, like I don't know. Majid once told me, I was like, this the infinite game, and like that's stuck in my head a lot because I sometimes wonder, am I gonna get it right? And I realize you're not even close to right.
Exactly.
It's an infinite game.
Majid gave you some gems, by the way.
Oh, Majid taught me so much.
That's a gem right there.
And one thing, and probably a lot of people don't know, he's mashallah tabarakallah, and a musician, raps and all of that, but
he's also a great businessman.
He's a business genius, bro.
He's not a genius. Screw him.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what it is. He's a hard worker. I'll give him that.
Yeah,
honestly, and you know, like respect to him for helping you out and trying to push
it's funny how everything worked, man. Like if I want to go into it, I once reached out to him trying to consult for Proud Angeles with him to have him help me with the brand. And after that, he reached out to me. It's like, where are you? I say, I'm home. He came to my home office and he's like, bro, I'm too expensive for you. You cannot afford me. But literally,
that's my guy. That's my guy.
That's my number.
That's my guy.
I'm your brother. If you need anything, let me know. So I was hesitant to ask, and I wasn't really into the idea. It's like, bro, I don't think I can bother you. But then shway, like once in a while I would call him, he would help me out with something. And then before I launched Proud X, يعني الصراحة him and my partner Majid Banaj, الصراحة these guys are legends. يعني if you ask me which people I look up to in business, them, Majid and Majid صراحة. It's funny, it's
the M&Ms.
Yeah, it's confusing in my life. And because of a lot of their support and knowledge and experience around me moving with this journey to help launching brands in the business with Proud X, it wasn't easy. When I got into the business and structuring and financials, that was Majid. When I got into the agency life, that was Majid. You know, so it was interesting.
You guys heard it here first. If you need free consultancy, you can shout out to Jeet at any time. Harmony, it's available for you to give you free consultancy to all your SMEs.
His number, just call.
Here's his number, 055.
Yes, he is that nice.
See, this is something I'll get into in a minute about communities.
Yes.
But you said something interesting. So you said these two losers. Oh, sorry, Majid. I don't know you very well. My bad, guy. But it's a habit.
Yeah.
So they helped you create the foundation.
Pretty much.
Right? So what led you to start in the first place? I understand your hunger for business now. I understand from the minute I met you in your office That was basically what it is.
Yes.
The second I took a look around, I was like, this guy means business. He's not here to play around. He's not here to be nice. He's here to do business. He has a brand. He has a vision. He has a direction, and he's trying to make it happen. What led you to go to start? Because a lot of people are in the same boat. They have these ideas and thoughts, but it's a harsh road.
That's the whole idea. If they
decision.
get it, they will. If they understand the idea, after that there will be a hard road or like a long journey. They're in the progress, so that's the good thing. But they just
What
have
made
to
you go ahead and do it finally?
Well, I started and planning and so as an entrepreneur, I always knew that I have to think of a problem to solve, like a business that I want to be part of. So one time, I was walking into like a store and I saw some nice magazine like for like the coffee tables. They have nice arts. Pretty much when you look into it, you enjoy, right? And I realized like if I have those prints on t-shirt, it would be nice. So just like anybody with a brand or a t-shirt want to do this, like they think I want to, and that's fine, like this is where it starts for everyone basically. I feel like
you just wanted to create something cool.
Yeah,
something
right.
like.
And you believe that like you have a certain way of seeing art and
Creative
and
vision,
right?
exactly.
And that's basically beautiful. And the idea started there, and then like شوية حبة حبة I realized if I want to go after this idea, I have to learn the game. You don't want to get into an industry before you actually maybe work around it. So there was an online course that I took was saying if you want to مثلا get into building cars, you need to go work in a mechanic. If you want to get into a business حق flowers, you need to understand انك لازم تصحى الفجر كل يوم وتروح you get your hands dirty. It's not as beautiful as you see at the end result. So like I was like, okay, what can I do? I realized that I want to bring LA brands to Saudi. So by doing this, I get to work with different brand owners. I get to go to trade shows. I get to understand how they do the pricing, how their timeline, certain things like that. So that was pretty much what I was trying to do. And it was basically the vision with one day that I want to launch my brand, right? It wasn't going to be Proud Angeles. It was just basically Proud Angeles to be a retail business.
It was just a brand X at that point.
Yeah, it was just a retail e-commerce for Proud as I started.
So basically, you reach out to brands, you bring their retail,
and they're all from LA, and pretty much bringing them to Saudi. I kind of like realized how much people love LA brands and energy and like the casual fit and all of that when they come there.
Yes.
Yeah, the vibe. Yeah.
You see how their fits become like when they go to restaurants and when they do compared when they go to Europe. Right, so
yeah, it's different. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah,
exactly. Europe is flashy.
Basically, yeah. So I felt like, okay, that's the whole move. When I moved back to Saudi in March 2018, started as a retail. I joined few events, and then as an entrepreneur, you always have to be willing to change and understand what the market is telling you, right? So and I noticed, being a retail with e-commerce, having 13 brands, and some of them are really good brands like Carrots. I had Dope, Diamonds. I had good accounts like these brands and well-established streetwear.
The website's still up.
And the website, they're still up?
Your website.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, still up.
Yeah. But the website now is just the brand as an in-house collection and our own jobs and collaborations, right? So when I did that
website,
الريتيل, I realized in السعودية خلال تقريبا أقل من سنة إنه being an e-commerce retail with 13 brands, you are nothing compared to the other competition. So people, they want to see diversity and options when they go. So that's number one as disadvantage. Number two was my profits and margins were not that high because in retail you buy for a certain price and it's double. Sometimes it's 2.5. Again, it's not that much when you look into the other factors, shipping and so on. وكل الأشياء دي. And then I realized there was no room for creativity and I'm basically working for them to build their name.
Exactly.
And I didn't feel that's worth it for me. If I realized, why not launch my own brand? And the idea came from one day I was wearing this friends and family t-shirt and I did it for the staff. And I did 30 and I gave 7 for the staff and 1 pop-up in Ramadan and I displayed the others. They sold out in one day. And honestly, in my opinion, it was like just a logo t-shirt. And my love for the logo was increasing a lot from the people. People reaction made me realize like, all right, I'm loving this more.
There's something there.
I actually always kind of liked it, but like I didn't love it like how people actually because I move with the people. I don't.
Now you know how we feel about the podcast.
Yes,
people love it. We're like
exactly. We love what you guys do.
It spoke to the audience. That's what I'm saying. It spoke to the audience.
Yes, the reaction is important. So that's why we actually, as business owners, we care about doing our branding and so on. And there's always a personal connection, بس أهم حاجة ما في ego, you know?
Yes.
So when I shifted, when I realized that demand on the t-shirt, I launched the first collection, was called Hollywood Hills.
Okay.
And I did basically like 9 t-shirts in Ramadan, and we sold out in like 10 days.
Nice.
And I realized, okay, that's amazing.
There's a market.
There's
Yes.
hunger. Yeah.
And the people, like, they're noticing the brand, because since I came, I was joining a lot of events. So the brand was always there. That was a big reason into my exposure. The right time, the right place, the right events, you know?
I remember seeing
It was
you
the right
at
time,
an
right
event.
place, especially when like the country was opening up and there was events everywhere.
That's why I moved back. I
Exactly.
didn't want to, I had my OPT like good, and like everything was set up in the US, but I literally ignored it. I ignored my home. I just stayed. I didn't want to go back. خلاص تكيت. بعدين رحت in May to get some Ramadan stock when 2018 and to close some stuff, came back, you know? But anyhow, when I did this, I realized there's so much more I can do by being the brand, by working with creatives that I love their work, by creating stories and messages that I want to deliver to the people, by building community, by building this individual, and giving people like the space to be individuals and do their own thing. And alhamdulillah, you know, we worked with so many amazing and beautiful minds and talents and souls that they actually really dedicated to what we do. So therefore, I'm grateful. And with this brand is so much more than actually just a brand. Some people actually treat it, you know, بس ملابس. It's actually
That's
because of the brand,
Wow.
we end up being like in the right place, the right time. And I don't want to say my brand is who I am. Yani, basically, I care about
It's an
every
expression of
interaction, you know? Yes, so based on that, sometimes I get to be in opportunities and beautiful places in conversation because of
The
this
brand.
movement.
The connections that you build, the network that surrounds you,
Yes,
the
the
people
law
that,
of attraction.
and
you
the
know?
people that come to you. Exactly.
Let's talk about the network for a second. I have a personal problem with the fashion industry in Saudi.
Yes.
Well, not the fashion industry, the fashion designers.
Mhm.
Egos aside,
Mhm.
I don't feel like they are the streetwear community. I think they're more aligned, if I could say, compared to the ones who are trying to be either a luxury brand or maybe even a mainstream brand. I don't think everyone, there's not enough support between each other when it gets to that. I feel the people in the luxury brand sector are closing themselves in a bubble. And the streetwear are the only people here that are actually reaching out, trying to introduce more into the bubble, into growing it. I don't know where you stand in between all of these.
I honestly like to move in a way that with my own values and beliefs. If
Respect on that.
I don't really like care. So usually I was having this conversation earlier with Mohammed. I was saying, no need for the ego. If you like someone work, reach out, introduce yourself. Hey, I like your work. I'm just reaching out to introduce what we do, and hopefully we can work in something soon. And even if I don't have something in mind, I'm just trying to establish this connection and let them know I might be reaching out to you soon. فحتى sometimes if I didn't reach out, I would literally reach out and be like, hey, let's work on this, let's create, or let's do something. In the beginning, I used to do a lot of collaboration. Later on, I started to like really try my best to like get the best deal that I can work with the best talents, because yet we still in the startup mood, and we appreciate when actually freelancers or like talents or agencies sometimes are willing to work because they love what you do, and that's amazing. That's blessing. And again, I go back to the reference of how this with Majid went down. He loved what I do. He reached out.
Majid, man.
Again, he's a great example. He's here,
It's
We
always
forgot
in
about
my
it. We were
face.
happy. We forgot about it for a second.
We forgot about it for a second. I have to
Yeah.
bring that.
Yeah.
God. Ugh.
So technically,
Free consultancy at Harmony if anyone is interested. I'm just giving a shout out again. Harmony. You can reach out to AY or MoFlow or anyone else from Harmony, and they will give you a free consultancy.
Oh, wow.
Call 555.
Invoices.
What I see from you compared to a lot of people is that you have that street mentality that you only find in certain places. It is not everywhere. I've had conversations with leading figures that we mentioned before the podcast, and you remind me a lot of Ronnie Fight from Kith.
wow, that's a compliment.
Mhm.
Seriously, because
That's a big one, though. Thank you.
you deserve it. You deserve it. I'm not just you know me. I'm not really. I don't like you. I don't like you.
I don't like you either, bro.
That's my boy. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. I'm not here to sing your praises for no reason, because Ronnie, this is back I think 2016, 2017. He was asked a lot of questions about where is he gonna take Kith, and he never gave two shit. He never wanted to be part of the status quo. He didn't want to fall in line with, winter season, we release it in this time. We only do collabs at this time. No, he built himself a Monday program. He basically took the company into his own vision and reached out to people that he thought, hey, we can help each other out. And you remind me a lot of him, that you're not here for the bullshit. Keep the bullshit. I know there's a lot of bullshit. Keep it to yourselves, but you come to me with your mind and creativity and let's work something out. Let's put our business hat on. Let's put our creative hat on.
Just make the money so we can create more.
Exactly.
Like it's not just create and be fun and wasting one another's time. Just actually make the money.
Exactly. But
So
it's
we
not
can
only
do
business.
things, We can actually do bigger things simply,
Well, the recognition that you show towards other creatives means a lot. Telling someone that, yo, I like what you do. No, you don't need to approach them for a collaboration or anything. Just that alone, I like what you do, means a lot to a lot of creatives.
Yeah.
So when you get it from someone else, you appreciate it and you think about how you can help them and how they can help you also.
Can I tell you something about this?
Yeah.
And that was pretty much in LA, inspired by the city. A lot of my friends were creatives, and artists. And I saw how hard it is for them to actually make it through life and being very passionate about what we do, and they're following the dreams and they want to really do it big. And that's why they come to the city, right? The city of dreams.
Exactly.
And I always wonder how can I support anyone. But I realized I'm not an artist. So I had a conversation with my life.
We disagree with that, but come
Exactly.
I just literally get a moment of realization. I'm an athletic and I'm a businessman. I'm happy with that. خلاص انا اعكس life I'm كده مع نفسي فكرت انه وقتها كنت why I'm not a musician كده wondering why I'm not an artist, why I didn't go to school. صار حتى في كده اللي blaming my parents why they didn't put me into that. ما قصروا, they did everything for me. ما لعبت sports من عمري 9 سنين from different to different, and then until I found myself in basketball, then different things, The
question was towards you.
Yeah, I was just blaming myself why I'm not this. But then I realized the only thing I can do is by paying my respect, being there for them if I have to, anything they're doing, and if I can connect the dots at any possible chance.
Exactly.
And now having the platform is just a blessing.
It is a blessing.
It's beautiful that I can actually create.
And that's the thing. See, what we like about you as a person, as a package, but the thing is I like about you
The other way around.
is that I see the passion in you when I speak to you. There's a lot of people, even as in business, I've spoken to a lot of people who do different types of business.
Yeah.
They're either about the business side of it, which is basically the money side of it, and other people are about the passion. They know that the money needs to be there and the business needs to be there and the infrastructure needs to be there. But what's driving it is the passion. And when we have conversations, it's always the passion that comes before the business.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I'm joking. What I like about that to be the most, we had a conversation a few minutes ago about creativity.
Yes.
And you were fighting with me on creativity, sadly. And you do not understand how creative you are. This takes me to another name that I mentioned. I'll mention again. Jerry Lorenzo. You know who Jerry is?
Yes.
Fear of God.
He was a promoter in LA. Yes.
So Jerry, where you fit in with him, this is why I look at Kith and I look at Fear of God and I look at you. Because Jerry is about the garments. Jerry is very specific when he goes and chooses the material and there's a vision for that material. And you do the same thing. Well, at least that's what I see. I could be totally fucking wrong.
We saw the samples in your office. Yeah, a lot of them just laid out right there.
So Jerry, I'm not really a big fan of him. There's no diss for him, but just
this is a diss, Jerry. This is a diss.
I just never got into what he does. I'm more of into other brands. They inspire me and I like them way more than Fear of God. حتى Fear of God, I'm not sure if I'm even following them. حتى فاهم. بس اللي
This is hate and this is why we love the podcast.
No.
This is true.
I'm gonna call Jerry today.
This is true. Keep going.
It's just interesting اللي لما سمعت comparison. بس
well, I don't think you know him as well
actually
as I do.
I love what he does and I love when he actually seen some of his shows when he does it like runways حقه, he does amazing things. Also when I was back in LA, I was hearing more of him. دحين I think is not really, well, I heard this back in 2018 2017 وفي أحد قالها and I think he's 100% sure. Rude is going to take over Fear of God.
Yes, Rude is a different monster. We're not
He did
discussing
it.
Rude.
Yeah,
Rude is
I
a
know.
different
But
type
this
of
guy,
monster.
I love what he does, man.
Rude is more about the creativity, not just the garments and
The
everything
movement,
else.
the way he moves,
Yes.
his connections.
Exactly.
Because I always tell people, fashion industry is about creativity and everything, but also, who do you know?
Exactly.
And I'm not saying, oh no, wastat. No, exactly. It's just like, how
Who's in your circle?
who's in your
And this
circle?
goes back to building the community. This is what you said. You mentioned this a couple of times. It's about building the community with the people around you and
Yes.
with the people who want to come to you.
Exactly.
So
And it takes a lot of يعني, mentality to get into like building the right circle. There's a lot of things you have to adjust in your mind, you know, being around the winner circles, not wasting your time. And I always
Exactly.
I believe this, and it helped me a lot in my life. Yani respect comes from self-respect. So if you respect your time, your thoughts, your health, your energy, your words, your surroundings,
I'm so glad that you said that.
everything
gems.
would follow. Like,
I respect so much that you said that. Do you see how Champsy is taking a sit back?
no, but gold.
Because I've
honestly.
always told Champsy, respect my time. And with the way I do that, go about my life is different than Champsy. We're two different roads. And so for me, like sometimes on the
straight hook at you,
podcast,
right?
No, but
No,
what,
it's true.
what you're saying is completely true. And I
because
fully
no,
agree with it.
him.
Oh, definitely, most definitely.
Yes.
It's like he's punching now.
we were talking
Exactly.
about movies once on the podcast. I told him, I was like, I'm not going to go waste my time. An hour is very important for me. To me personally, as someone who has goals and he has like these places that he needs to be at certain times in his life, at 24 hours in a day is bullshit to me. It's not enough.
I always wish if there is more time. bro.
Exactly.
But I think I can fix it by waking up much earlier. Look at Majid
That's my
laughing.
problem. That's my problem.
You know,
too.
when he does consult, we get into fixing solution. He gets into like, okay, how do you start your day? He gives me shit.
Mm.
Honestly, it's not my habit to be waking up, going to the office. I like to get into my home office من 9:30 الصباح 10, like, and then give my call, check my emails, and like
Get in the vibe, then go.
الساعة 12 11 أنا في المكتب.
Grow into
زي
the
كده.
day, basically.
أيوه. So that's the privilege of owning your own business.
And you have that
Hey,
privilege.
makes
You
sense.
have
But
that privilege.
I'm trying to like.
But you need that
do it
AM
for
call.
myself, you know?
You need that.
Yeah.
Like for me, like the guys know, I sleep twice a day at different times. I will sleep 4 hours and 3 hours.
I can't.
I have to do that.
Stuck.
I'm not even gonna have that conversation right now. Okay. So what I do and what I am planning on doing requires a lot of fucking time that I don't have. So I search for the seconds, not for the minutes and the hours. I'm searching for the seconds.
Yeah.
So I respect when you said that, because if you respect yourself and you respect what you're doing and you have a vision and you believe in yourself and you put that first, then you tell people exactly this is the type of person that I am. I'm not about the bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm about getting things done and succeeding. Success is for me, success is for you. That's very important, because a lot of people don't look at business this way. People either look at it just, hey, I'm gonna create a product, I'm gonna throw it in the street, with a Rabbi waffaq, people are gonna come.
Yeah.
And like that's it. No, there's a lot of hard work behind the scenes. I think we had this conversation once when we were at your office.
Yeah.
When you were like, how's the podcast? I was like, that's the funny thing. People think we're just a podcast. And we like it this way because the things that we're working on needs its time. So we don't want the pressure.
Yeah.
We want, this is just one product that we are giving to people, giving to
Tell
a
us
lot of
about
people.
the other product.
There's going to be a strip club that we're opening sometime soon. There's going to be what's the name?
A
What was
bikini
it?
car wash. That's yeah.
There's going to be also like, babysitters club.
A taco place.
Like, they have so many like useless ideas that we're about to pitch to the world.
Come on, give us something.
It's coming. It's coming.
We're cooking. We're cooking. We've been cooking.
It's coming, but there's only one person that ruined it.
I mean,
And see, that's the person that you're praising. The person that you're praising, he's screwing me over and he's putting me on pause. So
bro,
I'm
he is good at it.
Oh, he's good at it? He doesn't know that I ignored him
Actually,
already.
He's good at it. Alhamdulillah, not with me lately because we're working and things.
Look, here's the thing. He knows and I know it's a race. Either he's going to catch me or I'm going to catch him or it's going to be gone.
I love that mentality.
That's it.
We meet down the line.
Yes.
Yes.
Either way, we're going to have to cross paths, me and him. I don't like him. I don't enjoy being around him. I'm sorry, Jason. Dude is an amazing guy. I swear to God. I love this guy. I don't love him, but like I love him, hate him.
I keep getting surprised by him coming back here. He keeps getting this and he keeps going back. Like, good on you, bro.
Now, let's get into ProudX. Here's the thing. See, you said a lot of gems leading to ProudX. You went and you spent the time and you earned the knowledge. And then you started ProudX. So I want to frame this in the right way so I don't be an asshole. Again, I don't like you.
Bring it, bro.
I love the fucking concept. I love the fact that you looked at yourself and you said, hey, I've worked really fucking hard to figure out how to launch my own fucking brand. How about I help everybody else? Yes, it is a business, but it's the right thing for you to do. A lot of people try to play the consultancy game as their own. They're the consultancy. And a lot of people fail in that. You're taking it a step further. You are not only befriending, you're not only involved, you're also passionate about the people that you want to get on board.
Yeah.
How picky are you with who you want to go with? Are you very picky saying, okay, I believe in this guy, I want to help him in his brand to launch it? Or is it like, oh, he needs a lot of time to focus on what he's doing, and when the right time comes, then he can come back to me?
Okay.
How do you approach it?
So at the beginning, when you talked about the experience and getting the knowledge, I also learned this the hard way back in LA, when like my only thing was just to grind, right? And try to figure it out. That everyone in life has lack of resources. And in business specifically, there's three things: power, which is money and connection; experience and knowledge. The way it worked out for me, I kind of worked on getting the knowledge and the experience, and then the money and the connection followed.
You work
right?
backwards.
The connection, then the money follow, right? And basically, how I go about like choosing the people I work with. In the beginning, when I launched, I was way more compassionate than it's supposed to be for business, and I just want to help everyone. And then I realized, looking into like numbers and like having like financial meetings with my partner and the financial advisor in the hub, we noticed, even with Majid advice, that time, we're selling time. So we cannot take a lot of projects that for cheap prices, just because, okay, at the beginning we wanted to build our name. We took a lot of projects, took a lot of clients just to push the word, prove to ourselves that this is a great
Proof of concept.
concept. And actually people were really buying into it. We launched in May 1st, COVID. We were getting business from literally the first month we launched. Alhamdulillah, we have connections, me and my partner. People trust us and respect us. And again, that comes from self-respect by being consistent with your values and what you believe in.
And being honest.
And yeah, I'm not trying to be like Mr. Perfect. And again, everybody.
You're not. Don't worry. You're not.
But like,
don't worry. We hate you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You're not.
It's about being self-aware. The fact that you're
Self-aware,
self-aware,
you know?
exactly.
And when you make mistakes, make them around the people that you know well, and خلاص, يعني, try to fix it. I'm only out and about and you just act careless, like you don't care about no one, you know? But back when I was thinking about picking up clients, slowly but surely I realized that we're getting busy and I need to focus on developing our products and our team.
You have to learn how to say no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this is something I had to learn the hard way. And until now, like, I love getting sales. Like, I love getting
Who
out
doesn't?
and meeting clients. Like, no, that's one of the things that I'm really good at. Going out and meeting clients and pitching to them our products that we built from zero. And I basically, when I launched ProudX, before that, for a whole year or like year and a half, I knew I was going to launch it. I even did my e-commerce guy a website and I told him, I don't want nothing. When I want to launch ProudX, you're going to do it for me. Year and a half before. And I was talking about it until the right time came.
You envisioned it, basically.
Yeah, before even COVID. We started in February, me and my partner Majid talking about it, structuring ideas and businesses. Then Majid joined late March, April by just like helping me in a weekly meetings, mentoring me, giving me advice, giving me some knowledge about the agency life, right? So وصلنا مرحلة احنا تقريبا من December, January, we stopped taking leads because we are at capacity. So if anyone reached out and we couldn't help you, sorry. Honestly,
This is
we
what happened. Like, we're being honest here.
yeah, but like
This is why we have him in the podcast, to come and apologize to people.
honestly, like we've been really slammed with like a lot of clients.
But that's great. That's
and the same
awesome.
clients we have, we keep working with them in other projects and some word of mouths because it takes much, يعني, it takes less effort and energy to get a new clients that you never met. You will still want to build the connection, make and trust you. And all, خلاص, somebody knows about you from someone and you know they're like willing to go about your services. It's much easier. Word,
What
credibility.
are your services and products for the people who don't know products?
Okay, I'll explain this in a bit. So
He shut me down, by the way.
No, I'll keep it in
I just want to keep it out there.
I'll keep it in mind.
I told you I hate him. You guys didn't know why.
No.
No.
حابب الافكار مرتبه conversation.
Go ahead, homie. What's up?
And I have ADHD, so that's good actually.
That's even
Stay
worse.
focused on the conversation. ما تلخبط.
We're trying to keep you here.
Yeah. اوف لخبطت.
Hey there. Welcome to the club again. Welcome to Past the Kabsa,
Oh
homie.
my
Okay,
God.
what does Proud X do for the people who don't know what Proud
No, we'll get to products. So,
Credibility for the client. So now we in a
There we go.
phase like when we get a new client, we يعني listen, last week I came up with this survey. We sent for any new clients to kind of like get a feeling and understanding of their mentality, their background, their vision for the business, their move financial. Like we don't want your budget because بنعلي أسعارنا. إحنا our prices never change, right? Sometimes we actually drop it lower. And today we wrote a new rule in our session with Majid that do not give discounts. And
No more discounts.
And
you're part of the guidelines for the company.
Listen.
Rule number one.
Listen, the funny part, he was like, don't give discount. I told him, add without Mo's approval. He said, who else does discount? Like, you don't have discounts. So honestly, I'm going to stop discounts, guys, from May 1st. خلاص, 1 year.
From May 1st, after our collab.
Now you know.
Yeah. And
Until May 1st, تخفيضات same with me. Going out of business.
He just said we're not taking leads.
that's good. You covered me right there.
I got you, guys. I got you. Don't worry.
So we send the survey to the client to see their feedbacks, and based on that, we would like really understand more and see how can we help them if they have the mind of theory, the business mind, the background to be open-minded to get into business and develop and understand there's a progress and a teamwork.
If you see a connection.
Yes, we're gonna move forward. But if we feel like they need to work in their minds, I don't know. Like I try to like just as nice as possible to tell them like we cannot work with you at the moment. We have other things. We'll follow up with us in the future.
Sometimes it's not a good fit.
Yeah, يعني هو شوف أنا I honestly wish that there's other people in the market because I cannot help everyone. At the beginning, I was very like emotional. Like I want to help all the startups. And soon once I fix the engine, inshallah, this quarter, I want to give more to the community, like free consultancy, giving workshops, seminars, engage more,
Giving back.
like create way more affordable packages or like the things that we can give to the community.
Something
part
that
of
is fitting to a startup, to someone
because
who has
this agency life is
from zero.
consuming, man.
Yeah.
Like
It
this dealing with client externally and internally is not easy.
It's 24 hours.
Mm.
It's not stop.
easy. It's not easy.
As
Somebody reaching out, they don't understand what they do. The other one is mad. The other one is confused, and this guy wants.
And you got to manage all of them at the same second
Oh my
because they're
God.
all important.
They're all important. Everything matters. So, and getting back to what we do, so Proud X, يعني, before I get into what we do, we have a mission and vision. Our mission is basically to help fashion brand owners and designers to be successful. Simply, very easy. We don't have to have fancy words.
Straightforward.
The vision is to elevate the fashion standard. So by being consistent with our mission, we can achieve the vision, right? So we really care about every client to tell them how to do things the right way and build the structure. Yani, when you go to استشاري دكتور consultant, like or whatever, you go and you want certain thing with like surgery or you have certain issue, right? But you can't tell him you want to do it this way. He
Exactly.
has to tell you this way.
Yeah.
So we try to diagnose every client and give them the best proposal, not because we want to upsell, because you need to do certain phases, which is, I call it the infrastructure, the production, and the post-production. So
And every client is a unique case, so you can't do the same thing for every different client.
70% of the time we have clients, we give them this package called From an Idea to Iraq.
Okay.
So we go from giving them the
Initial idea
infrastructure to the production to the post-production, basically, right?
Okay.
until it's
from
set
top
on
to
the
bottom.
rack.
Aywa. And then after that, we can discuss with them management for retainers and whatever they need. But overall, we try our best to help those businesses to actually be able to manage their business by themselves, because we want them to learn and go through this experience, even use the materials in the future, right?
Mm.
And it's like we work with you. We don't just do the work and leave. We get you involved. We get your knowledge. We try to suck as many information
So
that could be valuable for the direction of what you really want to achieve. That personal connection, authenticity that makes you unique, and have a story and actual
That's important.
cause driven, not necessarily to be like very positive and motivational, but at least cause driven. You know why you do this, because eventually later down the line, you're going to wake up, it's like, oh, I'm just going to make t-shirt. When you wake up, you wake up, يعني عندك هدف نبيل. You have a
Yes.
purpose. this is different, man.
That's-
I agree with you.
And that's that should be the core of any successful business, knowing
True.
what you want to do
True.
and having a
100%.
reason for doing it.
Not only a successful business, as a person.
True.
As a person, as a person,
100%.
you understand why you're waking up in the morning, why you need to stay up late, why you need to give this little thing its time. It's because you believe in it.
And on that point, you said you started at the beginning of COVID, May 1st,
May
you said,
1st.
something like that.
Mid-COVID.
Starting at a point where a lot of people are having this shift in their life, and you see a lot of people that just went like, okay, this is an opportunity for me to start a business. Did you get a lot of clients that kind of
A lot of them want to do e-commerce digital. Launch
Because
their
that was the
brand.
shift.
Because think
Yeah.
about it economically.
Exactly.
يعني كل الناس اللي كانوا حيصرفوا فلوس الصيف. And also before that, there was also the entrepreneurship spirit going on, which is beautiful.
It's still going.
It's moving and it's
Yes,
amazing. But
it is.
you start to like, oh, your cousin, your friends, everyone's starting a business, and I love that. But I just have one advice for every entrepreneur coming from an entrepreneurship school: don't follow the money. And I'm not saying follow your passion. Just imagine yourself in 10 years doing this thing. So if you want to get into pharmaceutical because it's big money, imagine yourself being in the lab for 10 years. Do you want to do that?
exactly.
So this is the kind of things you just keep in mind because money is everywhere. It's everywhere. You can
Especially
make money
here.
in everything.
Especially here and now.
Alhamdulillah,
Alhamdulillah.
alhamdulillah, yes.
We always talk this about the podcast about like, hey, people need to run because this is the right time to run. In 10, 15 years, we're all going to look back and see who was running with us and who stayed still.
Yes.
And if you stayed
It's a
still,
big wave, man.
yes,
It's a big
you
wave.
better catch it right now because once it's gone, it's going to take a long time to catch another
Do you
wave
really
like
think
this.
10, 15? I feel like more with the vision of 2030. And I
Mm.
feel like we have like 20, 30 years of
There's,
opportunities.
okay, so the
You need to be.
But we're gonna be pioneers maybe in entertainment, in fact, in certain
That's
sectors,
exactly
right?
it.
But
Yes.
there are other things, Mark.
You
no,
need
no.
to- you need to be the early
There's a bigger thing. I can't reveal things so I don't get in trouble. But there's a movement going a certain way. But we are not the most important thing in that movement. But we are the most important thing when it comes to tourism.
Yeah.
Because when you land, when we travel anywhere, we go try to see the fashion that they have over there and
Yep.
bring it back with us. We're gonna have the same thing here. People are gonna come in and say, "Oh, what do they have?" Oh, we listen to podcasts. Oh, there's these three guys who do pasta Kabsa. Oh, we hear them. Oh, what's a good local brand? Oh, we heard about Proud. They go to Proud and pick it up from there. You know, we need free consultancy. There's G, then Harmony. Give them free consultancy every single day. You know, all of these things
That's
will
what I
be
do when I
available.
travel. Yeah, look for consultants.
Exactly.
Free consultants.
So no, we are part of a huge wave, but people need to be running, not walking, because you can walk from here till tomorrow, but if you don't run, it's going to be an issue. It's going to be up to you at the end of the day. Maybe you just don't want to run. Maybe you just want to be part of the wave. Some people just want to lead the wave, and it all depends on what direction that you like to take. But I respect that you said that. Hey, know why the fuck are you waking up in the morning?
Yeah.
Because I do. Do you guys know I wake up in the
I don't know.
He goes to work.
Sometimes are really, some days are
Definitely.
really difficult, man. Like not
Definitely.
even business wise.
Those are the best
like
days.
Life, you know.
Yeah.
But again, you
Those
just
days make
go to work. What else? you
Those
do?
those are exactly those are the days that you remember. Those are the days that make something.
Exactly.
But again, realize like lately that like self development and love is important.
True.
Yani, when I
Great.
moved back for 3 years, I've been really just focused in business, not caring about my health, my business, and a lot of things, right?
Mm.
And I do it, but not in the right pace. I'm just doing it.
Not the right balance.
حتى مو balance كده بس اللي بالنية once a month, twice a month, فاهم?
Mm.
And I don't like that.
Mm.
فكده a few weeks ago كده I had certain coincidence that made me realize that I have to work in a lot of things in my life, you know, and
and
the past
focus.
few weeks I'm doing it with real like passion and vision and like I'm gonna do this, right? I have to do this. It's not even an option.
It's a balanced game that's hard to really
It's
hold
really
on
not
to.
easy.
Exactly.
Yeah. But trying my best to keep
You see the goal.
getting
though.
at it.
You see the goal. You have the goal in your head.
Oh my God.
No, your third eye. I'm looking at your third eye.
No.
Yeah.
He just told you about that guy saying Beti Hinak and you just pointed at him. He's looking for the goal.
You see the goal. You're going for the goal. You're always like, you know,
Stop pointing.
the vision that you have in your head. You
Yeah.
see it. It's clear. You know where you want to go. So the road might be hard. The road might be long.
Not that it's clear, crystal clear.
It's never crystal
I
clear.
want to say like I'm visionary with feelings and emotion, but I'm not very technical visionary. I'm trying to develop this knowledge and skill to draw and plan and be more yani goals oriented. But I go about it quarterly, but like I want to have better strategy into achieving these goals. But again, I don't want to apply this much pressure into myself because I noticed It's stressing me. But again, small steps, baby steps here and there. يعني شوية حبة حبة الواحد
It's like you want to bake a cake for the first time. You try to understand every single ingredient, then the balance of what to use, how to use it, and then the right machinery, and then the right temperatures. And the more that you do that, the more you just add more layers to your knowledge. And that's what you're doing. This is what it goes back to what I was saying. A lot of people that I talk to, everyone told me, like, when it comes to you specifically, everyone's saying, this guy is amazing. You have to have a conversation with him.
Alhamdulillah.
And
Your name kept coming up again and again.
Alhamdulillah. Actually, I was thinking about that a few days ago. Min jid, I love everyone I came across and I appreciate them so much because they somehow inspire me, mean something to me, and they keep me driven. Yani, this circle around me and everyone around me, they mean something for a reason. They come into my life for a reason. So I try as much to appreciate that. صراحة and build with it.
You're going to hate the reason why we're in your life. You're going to hate that shit. I'm going to tell you.
Let's see about that.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Yeah.
But on that, let's be honest for a second. You just said, okay, I need to do a balanced game. And I respect everybody's around me. But we all know that that's bullshit. There's people around you, but people who have access to you, it's always very limited. I've noticed that a lot about you. Access to you.
What is it?
A lot of people know you, but a lot of people don't really know you.
Yeah.
See, and I don't think it's by mistake. I think it's by design. Because I'm very careful. Everybody knows I'm very calculated when I say things. I know what to say, when to say it, how to say it. And I know when I said it and who did I say it to.
Yeah.
So I'm very careful when I'm talking about myself or talking about my business dealings or whatever I do. You're the same way. You are very careful when you're putting a word out for me. But when you know, okay, this person has the same mentality, you know exactly which book to open and which conversation to have.
True. I don't do it like by design. I do it like just by intuition, following the
It's
energy
natural.
that I feel from the person that I'm sitting with.
The vibes.
But again, I feel like it's pretty much big part of my life, what I do. So it's always the same. Because if I know that the person in front of me is not vibing, I'm not getting that synergy back, I'm not wasting my time. Because there's something I always believe in. In business, there's ROI, return on investment.
There we go.
In life, there's ROE, return on energy.
Yes.
Am I getting the energy back that I'm putting out in any aspect? A conversation, a thought, basketball, like working, laughing. Do I feel that energy back or no? So
You're about the vibes.
It's a great fucking question.
yeah, zaman I used to really don't have really good social intelligence in terms of the people
Around
I
you.
allow into my life. But that's again, I got to lose a lot of people into my life to be here.
You had to.
And that's the growth.
That's the way it is.
That's the
You know,
growth.
I think
That's sacrifices that a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people think when you change because
and
you
sometimes
don't
it's
like
not
them.
sacrifice. Sometimes it's your own mistakes. You lost good people because you just didn't do the right thing the right time.
And sometimes you realize that the people around you at that time were there for a reason, and that reason doesn't really apply now. So you've outgrown,
Alhamdulillah.
that.
I appreciate
stage.
all of them. Alhamdulillah. And I feel no hate for anybody.
No, it's not about hate. It's
No,
just
it's not about hate. It's about
knowing yourself.
I know. Like for example,
Exactly.
like right now at this
I
time,
know
like,
you hate him and you're going to say that.
no, me and Shams, we're very close. Sadly, okay.
Despite the hate.
Yeah.
Here's this.
But I do know that there's a time I'll have to kick him to the curb and just ignore the shit out of existence. And I look forward to that time. I would hope it was tomorrow, but it's not tomorrow.
Just looking for the right fire
Exactly.
station.
Oh, but just push him right in front of where's the metro opening? Let's push him on a curb or something.
The only consolation is it grows closer day by day.
Sadly. But you said something very interesting a second ago about how what you do basically encompasses all of you. That's going to be a problem for you in the future. Unless you figure out how to kind of separate yourself a little bit from who you are for your mind to just relax.
What do you mean?
So I have the same issue. Everything that I do every single day, like Shamsi will come here any day and I'll be straight up talking about business. And I'll be like, I would not be poking holes.
100%.
Yes. Like the whole conversation, anyone who comes to, this is my office. This is where I work. So whenever everyone is here, that's all I talk about.
And it's very similar to how literally every time you see GD, he has a laptop stuck to his hands. It's the same idea.
This is why I get them.
Yeah.
I don't get free consultancy. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Pay me. All right? Pay me. My knowledge is very important. and I'm a very.
but that's
Look at you.
that's
stuck.
literally the passion coming to life.
You know
right?
what يعني when I go يعني sometimes مثلا في جدة أطلع البحر and I have my friends like for a second I'm like wow why I can't stop talking about business, you know. I feel like that's just disrespectful in a way, and you start to be but
Yeah,
again
people are trying to shut down, shut off, and
شوف there
enjoy
is
a
two
weekend,
kind of people
then
and I
add the
appreciate
pops in.
both of them. The ones would tell me like let's not talk about business because you know change the subject.
Yeah.
عادي they don't يعني sometimes
But they don't see your day to day. That's why.
basically that's all I do. And the other kind of people that they try to understand and listen وحتى يسلكوا. I still appreciate you guys.
Like, thank you for giving
I
me
have-
the time.
I'm glad you recognize it because I do that shit a lot.
I have a worse problem than you.
What is it?
If I go into a place and I see there's no value for me to be here,
Leave,
I leave
bro.
automatically.
Yeah.
No matter, even if you are like one of my closest friends that I've
1 hour
known you
max.
since I was a
I'll
kid.
have to go, bro.
Exactly. Yeah. An hour or two max, like inside of me. You know, get the fuck out of here. You got things to go do.
Do you think this is something good or bad? Because I do have my social life. And basketball, go out with the weekend, like my friends.
Well, I'll tell you how I see things. I always tell the guys, every single person that I know knows this story. And everyone's like, oh, fuck now. So I look at it this way. I look at our parents. Who is their close circle? Who are they with? If you look at all parents when they get really, really old, all they have is their family and their kids.
True.
That's all they have. They don't have their best friends around them anymore. Even their own brothers are not around them that much. Everybody's just the family that you have. So the way
But do
I
you
see
think
it-
that's a play a factor with the culture and the society and the social media?
Yes.
Of
It's going to be
course.
different, I feel.
No,
like,
I don't
for
think
our-
so.
For our ages.
for our ages?
Yeah.
No, we will get to
Your
a point.
age is different though.
My age, alhamdulillah, I'm 24. Mentally 16.
In dog years, maybe,
In
yeah.
dog years. There you go.
Add those numbers together. Minus 2.
Like for me, we're not that far apart. You keep talking like you're far, but we're right here. We're
10
right here.
years of different, bro.
Nah, man,
My-
way
my own
less.
brother.
Way less. Way less, my guy. But what's the name? It's never gonna change. You will get to a point that your family is the most important thing, and everything that you do is for your family. So spending time in your youth to do something for the shits, every now and then is fine. But if it's every single day, every single weekend, yo, if you given 5 days of hell into what you love, enjoy the fucking weekend. Take the weekend off, go and do your thing. But if you do the same 9 to 5 every single fucking day and the weekend comes and you try to do jack shit, no, go fuck yourself. I don't want to spend time with you.
Yeah.
You're already done with life. You're done. For you, it's work,
أنا لسه
it's
قبل
marriage,
6 شهور
done.
بدأت يعني أوقف أشتغل في الويك.
Nice.
لسه قبل 6
I still
شهور.
haven't figured that out.
No, basically.
If you work hard, play hard. That's
No,
you
honestly,
deserve
it
to
changed
play
my
hard.
life. It was a really good thing. And I read this thing: if you cannot build your business in 5 days a week, you're not gonna build.
that
I think
makes
it's a half-ass.
It's a half-ass
but like,
statement, yes.
there's some truth to it.
Yeah, but at the same time, still, you're not supposed to work 24 hours a day anyway.
Exactly.
But, you know, the way I see it, this is the
I'm
right
still
time for me to
technically
hurt.
working, but like now working.
Yeah, it's
My
not,
mind
it's
is
not the
thinking
work, it's not the
about-
pressure. You're working, but
Yeah.
it's not the pressure.
Yeah. At
Sometimes-
least I don't open my laptop. But I'm
That's
thinking
good.
to buy an iPad soon.
No, don't fall into that trap. Trust me.
That's not helping, bro. That's
Don't
not
fall into that
That's
trap.
right.
Fall into that trap.
Sometimes you need to think about you in 10 years and work for that person.
I
But
can
some-
think about that
but
in a few
sometimes,
years.
you know, sometimes you need to think about you today. Sometimes you need to be in the
I
moment,
actually
enjoy
live
it.
the moment every day.
شوف
That's
تبي
good.
انا كل يوم يعني عارف قد ما قرشت الشغل وهذا يومي هو ده all I can live.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Here's the thing, I find enjoyment in what I do.
Alhamdulillah.
So me
That's good.
finding that enjoyment, I don't feel like I'm working. So it's not like I'm sitting here wasting my time for 5 hours looking into how like CNC machines work. No, I'm looking for that knowledge. I'm
Yeah.
thinking of an idea. How do I get to that idea? And what do I need to look into?
Yeah.
For some weird reason, for a while, I've been looking into space and what space is going to help for in the future.
Satellites.
The next
Satellites.
No, for real. I spend a lot of time looking into AI and where AI is going to be in the future. Which companies I should be looking at, which companies I should be avoiding, which companies are moving
حتظبطنا
forward.
some insight.
انا ماني مضبط احد I am I'm joking we done
ايش يا عمي
بس شوف،
الصاحب هذا
تبي-
ظبطنا قلنا وين السبورت كوميونتي
here's the thing because what's coming
تبغى
up
فري كونسلتنسي
oh the brother with the free consultancy that's behind me I'm gonna rob his laptop in a minute by the way Jeet spent like 8 minutes saying إلى من يهمه الأمر
You have copywriter
The best line for
Any
every email.
copywriters, apply
Letter
for
by
our
letter.
rate.
Click.
I got
Click.
you, bro.
I guarantee you, ministers got that email from me. It's me. I'm the only guy.
I can.
أنا من يوم والأمر. What the hell do you want?
But that's the thing. You enjoy what you're doing. Right, you overwork yourself, but you're working over yourself like in the technical part.
That's over. What else do you want me to do? Billahi.
Yeah, I love you,
لا، لا،
man.
شوف، شوف، شوف.
I fucking love you, man.
بالله.
I don't hate him anymore, I bet you.
لا، بس
Sorry.
أبشركم. I don't hate
you
him.
are in a place and a position where for you this is very natural. For somebody who doesn't have their own business, for somebody who is just a regular 9 to 5 employee, getting to that stage where they are that passionate about something is not as easy for other people. It is something that they need to work at. It is something for me, for example, that I've never. It wasn't something that I
Do
did
you
5
see
years
yourself
ago.
doing it?
Right now, I'm trying to. I'm actively trying to.
Bro,
5-10 years
let's
ago,
have this conversation whenever.
exactly. But 5-10 years ago, I was nowhere near that. 5 years ago, I was literally extremely happy just sitting on my ass day by day and just having the day come and the day go.
But you know what? I always say this to people. A lot of successful people find themselves from 20 to 40. What have you felt?
That's
You know?
honestly, 20s are gone. Like for me, the 20s are gone. The 20s
We
are
always
past. Like,
promote-
right now is me moving forward and us, all of us, and including you as well.
Yes.
We always promote the accepting failure. Failure is not a bad thing. You failing is not bad. You failing is learning something
Actually,
fucking
your
new.
market value goes higher.
Exactly.
Mm.
Take that
That's how
chance.
I look into it. What happens if anything?
Yo,
I go get
You
a
have more
job.
experience.
You know,
The
I'm not gonna do
best
that ever.
L's that I've ever taken in my life have changed my fucking life.
I agree 100%.
So I love going for W's every single day. But those L's, when they come, especially something that I know that I'm not supposed to reach, and I get so close to it, like, oh, motherfucker, I figured it out now. You're not smarter than me. I know exactly how you're doing
basically
it.
I learned a lot of things in my life.
Okay.
You know?
I can see from the beginning I told you, I can see the hustle mentality. This is why I compare it to certain people, because I see the hard work that you do. One last question before we go.
Yes.
We had a discussion yesterday, me and him. And I'm going to tell you my point of view on fashion real quick. There's two approaches. Either you go in garments or you go in design. I don't think that you can have both of them succeed in one area, as in longevity, as in
Sustainability.
sustainability at some point also.
What do you mean designs? You mean graphics or actual designs? and
Graphics.
cuts?
No, graphics.
Can I ask you a question before?
Yeah,
like,
go ahead, man.
Why do you think it doesn't work?
Because I see the market. I see the market right in front of my own eyes.
Like, what do you see in the market?
In the market,
that
I
shows you
see
that it doesn't work?
nobody succeeded at having the graphics and the garment together. Fuck Balenciaga, okay? Don't even mention Balenciaga for me. Nobody succeeded for so long. Everybody does it in a certain way that's successful. For example, Root, he does it in a great way, but also his cuts play a major role in what he does. Most of the street brands, they got two directions, and that's it. They cannot do both at the same time. They have to separate. The best way to do it is, let's say I have my garment line, and then the rest is all collabs. The collabs, I can have capsules. We always talk about capsules, how we
Yeah.
do capsules for Past the Kabsa.
When are we doing?
Oh, we're talking about this soon.
Right.
And we're getting the discount. It's right before May.
got it early.
Oh, but by the way, I was speaking of Proud Angels. So
Oh, we're down. We'll have the discussion later.
the discount is out of the conversation.
It's a different conversation.
Malik.
Okay, Majid.
Malik.
Your boy's learning. Your boy's learning.
Majid is gonna love hearing this.
We'll get free consultancy from Majid and how to approach you.
I get back to you with that. Like,
I don't know who Majid is, but shout out to Majid. Respect to him. I know he's a silent partner in this. I know he's not really that silent, but I know he
He just like to move in the low key.
no,
mashallah
respect
alayh.
for the support.
Keep it low key.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Respect
Keep
for
it low key, my guy. I see you. I know.
No, I learned is the beautiful thing in our partnership that is we come from two different backgrounds into how we move about life. And it's amazing. Yani, we're the complete opposite. Yes, we have our fights as financials and operations, but overall, like, it's inspiring. It's a mutual respect, you know? So, alhamdulillah.
I'm Team Majid. I am with you, my guy. I hate him too. Do what you
He's
gotta do,
not gonna-
homie.
he's not gonna get your discount.
I don't need a discount. I'm just saying support the hate.
We already got the
That's all I'm
discount.
trying to
Don't
do.
ruin it for us. We already got it.
Anyway, as you can see, he dodged the whole garments and graphics.
No,
thing.
no, no. I actually, that was
Joking.
interesting.
This is just my point of view. That's how I see it.
So, I disagree.
Good.
I think it's possible. It just depends on the team and the structure into like your financials and your branding. And also the creative director that's working on the brand. Is he more of like graphics and garments kind of background into telling story and creating collection that makes sense in every piece. Because with my brand, people say that I do print the logo a lot. And that's basically, for me, it's a product that I'm going to sell. Either it's with graphic or no. Right?
And look, your choices and your cuts are amazing.
Thank
Let's
you.
be
The
honest. Let's
colours.
be honest.
The colours.
By the way,
Wait for the summer colors. They're gonna
by the
be,
way, the off-white color with the green Proud Angeles, I fucking love it. Do you know
Thank
why I didn't buy it?
Why?
Because this asshole bought it.
And
And I'm not willing to wear what he wears.
Full set.
I'm not willing to wear what he wears.
Come on, bro.
I will not. You will not catch me in the same place
This
as
is hate.
He
Shamsi.
doesn't want to be twinsies.
Welcome to the club, my guy. I told you. It's always about the hate in this place.
No, it's okay, bro. There's more colors coming. I'm gonna run it again for more. This
I'm
is
looking
actually
forward.
Well, honestly, like when we were having that discussion, he shut me down because he was like, he asked me that question. He's like, "What do you see Proud as? Is it more the garment or the design?"
I'm
like,
in this phase to kind of figure out what's the market gonna react to more. I am trying to step it up to have more cut and sew. I do a lot of cut. Lately, everything is cut and sew, but like basic lounge, casual streetwear. Now I'm trying to go for something crazy for the fall winter, right? And the collection is inspired by the streetwear entrepreneur, which is basically who I am and like
Nice.
the way I would put my clothes.
your lifestyle, basically, your
My everyday outfit to the
You are the case study.
office.
basically.
Hey, like,
That's
I'm the
tough.
research.
Yeah, exactly.
I am
I am the trend.
Yes.
I'm not making this for anybody. I'm making this for me.
mean,
This is for me.
I am the trend. Come on, you said it.
Exactly.
You're
He
done.
said, "I am the trend. I'm done."
Done.
Yeah.
Done.
That's exactly where we need to be.
Respect, honestly, man.
ما
respect.
تبغى هذا البوينت اوف فيو.
No, I don't want that point of view.
I'm the
I
trend.
don't want that. Point of view.
Hashtag.
You are the trend. Like you have no idea how much we have so much fucking respect for you.
Yo,
Here's the thing.
Likewise, thank you guys for having me.
Man,
bro, you don't know how,
This
how
is-
much gold you dropped into
this is your place all the time.
Thank you.
An hour will never fucking be enough for me to have a conversation with you. I would love to continue this conversation later on somewhere else away from
course.
Shamsi
Yes.
and away from your free consultancy.
Mhm.
No, seriously, I appreciate you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for all the hard work that you're putting in. I want
Thank
to put that out first.
I appreciate
Amen.
it.
Your hard work is what led us to actually look at someone and say, "Hey, we believe in this person."
And honestly, what you guys trying to do here, the consistency for delivering the people voice and sharing this culture, this is what like community leaders are about. So, wallah, thank
Call us
you.
community leaders, my guy.
I call you guys.
Bro, we're just here talking shit.
Yeah,
honestly.
we're not trying to
Who
deliver
talks
their
so much
voice,
shit?
just our voice.
Oh,
That's all we're trying
Me.
to do here.
The boss, man, the boss. I'm here for a reason, my guy. I run this bitch.
Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
No, seriously, man. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you for being here.
Thank you guys.
The place is always yours.
Bye. Wallah.
I expect better things coming in the future.
Inshallah, ya Rab.
We look
And-
forward to the summer drop.
The most important thing is, man, thank you for fucking being yourself.
Thank you guys.
That's all I can thank you for.
Thank
man.
you so much. Habib.
A
Wallah,
lot
I
of people
appreciate
reached out that they want to be here, but we're very fucking picky. This is why Jeet is still in the back.
Exactly. That's exactly why.
You know, Saoud is family. Shout out to the homie Saoud.
Yes.
And, you know,
Big love.
meh, Jeet. Jeet is here for free consultancy. Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you.
Thank you for being
Habib.
here.
Big
We
love.
out?
True.
We out.
Yes, we out.
Peace.
Peace.